Hello and welcome to another episode of another new voice show.
Wow, we've screwed that up twice now.
We've screwed it up twice, yeah. And
started off with Caleb, and then he couldn't even remember the name of the show.
I know, but he kind of gets a pass, right? Because
you know what? That's fair. Yeah, he gets a pass. I'll give him one.
All right.
He said a lot of mehaps. He said a lot of our show wrong.
Yeah, he did. I've already just now I've sentenced myself to a few lashings later, right?
Yeah, 40 lashes.
Oh shoot! I'm
No, 40 lashes.
I'm not really looking forward to that, but hopefully we can get it over with after this is done. Anyways, welcome back. I am your co-host, Brendan Madison.
Or BB Madison, as he likes to be called.
I'm BB.
BB! And I am your other co-host, Johnny G.
Yes.
And we have a little.
We have a few announcements to get through.
Stop talking over me.
Okay.
No, you go.
Okay. Well, we have a few announcements to get through. I think the first one was something about like things, right? Things that you put inside other things. Probably like usually small rooms that are inside your house that you don't really go in through too much for any reason other than anything else, other than to get these things that you're putting in the first things, the rooms.
What? What?
Oh no! He's joking.
Oh, sorry. Where do we go from here?
I don't know.
We're lost. Someone save us.
Wait. So...
It's okay. I can save us.
My guiding light is here to save me. Hopefully, otherwise I think I'm drowning.
Yeah.
No, what? Wait.
Whoa. Hey, what are you boys
doing
in here?
Hey,
I'm talking here. Let me talk. Hey,
how's it going, everyone? Yep, Rick here is podcast. Rick, what's up,
Rick?
All right,
we
shut up, Morty. I got something to say.
One of the hosts.
Rick. Yeah, I got a special message for everyone out there. Wubba-lubba-dub-dub, my man, my dudes. Yeah,
Rick,
that's what's up.
Oh my God,
it's Rick in the house.
Rick,
what do you want, Morty? He's fine.
You gotta get off of him.
What are you talking about, Morty?
His
It's not even a big deal. Morty, stop. Shut up, Morty. I can't take this anymore. Oh my God. Let me talk. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is pretty awkward. I mean, you're sitting across the desk from me with a gun at my head.
Yeah, I know.
And what? How did you do that?
Well, you know, you get a portal gun and then you just kind of.
But Rick,
come right in.
We just flew right in.
I know we flew right in, Morty.
We didn't use the portal gun.
It's fine.
We had one, but we.
I understand. Okay, Morty, but really, you just. We can't.
Why didn't we use it?
We couldn't just always use the portal gun. Morty, shut up. He's fine.
No.
Okay. All of the things we've done.
I don't even know if he's still breathing.
Plus, Morty,
Rick,
you know we came here. We're giving him merch. You know.
What was that?
You know, you were saying last podcast because yes, Rick and Morty, we do listen on our intergalactic travels.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, no, we do. I know. You're probably surprised about that, but that was a good one. Yeah. You were saying?
No, I literally have no idea what's going on right now.
All right, well, you know what?
crashed through the wall. That's going to be expensive.
Maybe.
And you're on top of Johnny right now. That's why
he doesn't need to breathe. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, Rick, I was telling you, you need to get off.
No, Morty, it's fine. All right. I'm a pretty lightweight. It's okay. It's fine. All right. So basically, you guys, you want to sell some merch, some t-shirts, all that sort of fun stuff. Well, you know, we got them right here, ready for you to sell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep, that's right.
Where?
I got clickbait. I got the whole another new voice show logo there, motherfucker. That's right. We got it. We're gonna sell it. It's gonna be riggedy radical. And on top of that, you know what? It's on Teespring. There's a link in the description. I'm putting it there.
Wait, how are you doing that? You don't have
I am from the other dimensions and also the future. So don't you just...
Rick, what are you even...
Shut up, Morty! Shut up! Yeah, so,
Rick,
I got that for you.
I think that's enough. I think they
You're
get it.
welcome.
Come on,
No
let's go. Come
right,
on. This is enough.
Morty, oh, we gotta go. All right, that's enough. Come on. All right, Rick and Morty, we're out.
What was that?
I don't know.
Wow.
It appears an old man came in with
Did he
the
have blue hair?
He did.
Oh my god.
I think it was.
It's God.
I think you might just be having a bit of oxygen deprivation right now, but
Yeah, that was. Oh my god, there's a hole in the wall.
yeah, it's like the whole corner of the building is missing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He kind of just crashed through and then flew away. Yeah, that was really. I think it was supposed to be like a cosplay thing.
Nice.
Yeah, or though I mean it could have been real. I don't think it was C-137 Rick though, right? Like,
I feel like he would be more well spoken.
I would have expected so as well.
No, but seriously, we do have merch out. We have T-shirts. We can get stickers. We got other things in the works, but most importantly, this week for 1 week only, and they might return. I don't really know, but we do have the clickbait shirt. All because you know who loves clickbait? It's us. We love it. And then
all of our thumbnails are incredibly enticing.
Yeah, I know. It's our faces with a number in front.
Exactly. You'll
You
never
know
guess.
you want to click on that. You want to know what number's next.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out, and that's subscribing, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. No, but we've got that, and then we've also got our logo on a T-shirt, which is pretty dang cool. So if you got that, really support the show. We'd love it. I mean, I guess we don't put that much work into the show. No, I'm kidding. It's a little bit of work. It's a lot of time commitment, and it's really fun. So go ahead, check that out, and support us.
Yeah, no, that would be fantastic. I like the shirts. Obviously, I mean, they're really cool. I think they're worth checking out. They got that nice little purple aura to them. Yeah. And then maybe if you are really into it, you can just imagine that the shirt itself is glowing purple.
Well, I mean, it probably will be since it's being hand delivered to us, then to you.
Yeah, and
by Rick and
yeah,
Morty.
we already got it addressed that it's coming from another dimension and the future.
Time.
Yeah. So I think we've got some good stuff coming down the pipe and some good stuff that's already been trickling out. Yeah, it's on the floor right now, ready to be picked up. Yep. Underneath.
Drop it down. We gotta pick it up. You know, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, totally. And I hope the rest of you will as well.
Yeah. Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
I hope you guys liked our first attempt at an ad, because that was entertaining for us. We came up with it about 10 minutes before recording this podcast.
Correct.
Yes. Although the merch, we did put a lot of time in designing those, which is that's something, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
effort.
Yeah. There was effort. There's a couple of different drafts out there for different stuff.
We put them through a state-of-the-art simulation.
Oh, we did. Yes, we made sure that it would look good on muscular people, non-muscular people, on dogs, because we thought it'd be funny if dogs wore us.
No,
on a
it's
t-shirt.
good. It's good when dogs.
It looks good on a dog.
Put it on backwards. You can maybe cut the collar of the shirt a little bit, make it fit
go.
good, and then it'll be on the dog's back.
Yeah. Or you just get a hot glue gun and you just put it to the back, not on the back of the dog, because that's
okay. I was
wrong.
like, you're gonna want to shave it first before you put the hot glue.
You know what? Just replace your dog's fur with our merch.
Yes.
And in case you haven't noticed, it has been on the screen since Rick brought it up, which is pretty cool. And now it's going away. Look at that. Bye-bye merch. But yeah, there it is. There it is. We got it. It's real.
We got it. It's real and it's available.
Yeah. Should be about $22 for a shirt. Not for a shirt. For a shirt. Per shirt. I've made a mistake now talking. So. Good thing we're on a podcast.
As much effort as we do put into these podcasts, we didn't do that good a job of planning this one. Like we said, about 10 minutes prior, we came up with that promotion.
If you can call it that.
Yeah. Promotional material brought to you by
Rick and Morty.
There you
Not
go.
actually voiced by Justin Roiland, if you could not tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that was pretty spot on, but no.
No, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, yeah.
Since we last spoke.
Since we last spoke 10 minutes ago, or since we last spoke last week?
Since we both last spoke at the same time.
Oh.
So since there was since the last time when our voices were being used at the exact same time, what have you been up to since that happened?
Oh, well, I had kind of an eventful week. Less so than the week prior, where people had broken into my house. Luckily, this week, nothing's gone on. Haven't had to stop any drug deals, nothing. It's been fun. Smooth sailing. Yes! 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 But, no, I got to be a DJ professionally for the first time, which
Cool,
was
like
kind of
professionally as in paid?
Yes. I don't know what constitutes a professional DJ from an amateur DJ, but I was paid. I was a photographer the same night, so I got paid to be a photographer as well.
Isn't that kind of hard? Like, every picture is going to be from the point of the DJ stand, right?
No, actually, we had so I kind of just set up my mix.
Yeah, you just put
my playlist.
You just shuffled it.
No, I didn't want to shuffle it because I was scared because I had a couple of songs that I wanted to play at certain times.
Okay.
So I couldn't shuffle it. I actually went through and I listened and I transitioned every song to make sure everything worked just right, even if I wasn't at the stand. Because I was back by the music, fading and crossfading, all that. I was doing more of that all night. But I could, at any time, leave to go be a photographer. So I would go and I'd take pictures. Basically, we set up a photo booth. So I didn't really have to, plan anything more than just people would grab their props, whatever they wanted to use.
Oh, okay.
And then they just go, they take it, and I would literally just be the photo booth for them.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the night before that, I was even a bartender. I know I'm not legally supposed to be a bartender, but I was a bartender because it was fun. You know, so
Okay.
you just do it because it's fun, right?
A soda bar.
Well,
No, I get you. I get you.
No, I mean, it was just a family thing. It was really fun. I got
Yeah.
paid for that too, which was
You had to learn
awesome.
some mixing skills.
Yeah, I had never poured a drink before in my life, and then I poured about 500 that night.
Why
and there
were
were
you
only 50 people, so they like to drink the
Yeah.
sauce.
Why were you trusted as the bartender?
Well, part because I just do not enjoy alcohol in my personal body, so my parents were like, "Well, you're not going to drink it, so."
You might as well
Give it
pour
out.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, that way they didn't have to just leave the alcohol out on a table or whatever, and then people would mix their own drinks. That would just be a mess. It was
Yeah.
just me outside. We rented a bar. I would just pour all the drinks. It was nothing too, intense. It would just be like a whiskey water, whiskey Coke,
Okay.
rum
So
and
you
Coke.
weren't looking up anything too complicated, or?
Nah, I mean, if anyone came up to me with like, "Hey, do you have the Manhattan?" I would be, let me Google it. No one asked for Manhattan. I still don't know exactly what is in a Manhattan. I think it's just like, is it a vodka cran with some something in it? I don't know.
I
Anyway,
should
it doesn't
know 'cause
really
I was
matter.
reading about it 2 days ago, but
Oh.
I forgot.
Here, I'll look it up. But
Okay.
what were you up to this last week?
What was I up to this last week? I was kind of all over the place. I went up north for a camping trip, only one night with some friends. Came back. Then that same day I came back, I went out east to spend some time in a cabin and hang out on a pontoon boat and jet ski, which I'd never done before. Yeah, the jet
You've never
ski-
jet skied?
I've
Was it
never jet
okay?
skied
So was it jet skiing or was it a wave runner?
What's the one
Because
that you
the
sit
wave
on?
runner is the sit down one.
Okay, I was sitting down.
Okay, cool.
I was straddling.
Those are so fun.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Always smiling. on the
Going
wave runner.
really fast. Yeah, I think the top speed was 50.
Oh, that's not bad for a wave runner though. It's hard to go fast. Also, you're not legally, I don't think, supposed to go that fast. But
Oh,
you
really?
do, yeah.
I never went past with myself behind the handlebars. The fastest I went that I saw on the speedometer was 38 miles
Yeah,
per hour.
I think it's about 30 is technically the speed limit, but no one really enforces how fast you go as long as you're not a reckless driver.
Okay, yeah.
Or really reckless meaning you're not hitting anyone or driving way too close to another boat or jet ski.
Okay, that sounds about right. I think there was a limit. You had to be 300 feet away from any other item in the water.
Yeah, whether that be shore or anything like that.
Another vessel.
Another
Yeah,
vessel, yeah.
They I saw people just other what did you call it? Wave riders?
Yeah, I just call it a jet ski. I was just making a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's true. No, they are wave runners, but it's nobody
Wave
wants to. And then there were the wave runners, and they were driving, and they were running on waves. Just a jet ski.
Okay. Well, I did see some people just like staying pretty close to each other, and when we got it, I was like, this is gonna be so cool. I get my own little boat that I can go real fast right next to the big
Personal
boat.
boat.
Yeah, I was like, that's gonna be so cool, and it was like, no, you got to be basically a football field away from anything.
Yeah.
So then I just stayed off on my own when it was my turn to be on it. But no, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It had a bit of a learning curve because like
It does take a little while to learn those things. Plus, like you can spin out and tip yourself over really fast.
yeah, well you like if it's too slow, it's really hard to steer.
Yeah.
And then if it's too fast, then you go up in the air a lot.
Yeah, and also your steering when you're going really fast is really touchy. It's really sensitive.
Yeah, it is. And I found like I could only make left turns because the gas thing was on the right handlebar. So if I did a right turn, I'd end up going faster than I wanted to. And so I was like, oh no. But no, that was fun. And then I came back and mostly just been hanging around,
Nice.
picking up shifts and stuff,
Nice.
all the good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, just so you know, Manhattan is whiskey, vermouth, and bitters, according to this one website. Which
That sounds right. I
based
do
on the
remember that
pictures, just
because while
sound
I was looking at the word vermouth and I was like, this says vermouth. Like I knew it was vermouth.
I know.
But
Yeah,
I was
when
like,
I first saw it, I was like, "What is vermouth?"
yeah, I was. I don't know what. Scooby Doo is the bartender now.
Ruby, Ruby, Roo.
But no, I was looking at it. I was like, I don't know what kind of language this is from because it looks like it's probably French or something like that.
Probably.
But I was looking at it. It was like vermouth.
Either that or
and
like
then I went
Canadian
back to
French or French. Well,
Yeah.
the same thing, French Canadian.
Yeah, and I was looking. I was like, this is vermouth. That sounds. I don't want to put something
It's
in my
vermouth
mouth
from
like
Vermont.
in a drink that says. Yeah. Speaking of French Canada, though.
Yes.
I was curious as to why Wolverine fought in the American Civil War if he was Canadian. So I looked it up.
That's a good question.
And it was not Canada at the time. It was British North America,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
which I didn't realize. So does
Wait,
that-
during the Civil War?
yes.
Oh.
Not until Canada didn't gain its independence until 1982.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's very young. But does that mean that Wolverine is British?
If you're born before 1982
I don't know.
in quote unquote Canada,
What they want us to believe. They want us to think it's Canada,
Yeah.
but really, they're not.
wow, I've learned today that I'm not as good at improv as I thought I might be, based on purely that promo.
The promo?
That was just really. I was all ready to be like, come out and be like,
You know what? Here we go. We're gonna talk about clickbait. We're gonna go everywhere. We're gonna have a better Morty impression than what that was, because that was really bad. Rick, that wasn't too bad. No, it was pretty bad. No.
Well, because I was gonna do the intro,
Yeah.
but I thought I was gonna be interrupted.
That's-
like before I got
so-
a chance to
Yeah.
promote the merchandise.
Yeah.
And so then that's why I went off on I was trying to describe a closet and then the things that you put in
Yeah.
closets being clothes.
Well, that's where you put your bodies.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to interrupt you, but then I was like, where's he gonna go with this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just
then
kept
was-
sitting there. I was like, huh.
Yeah. So I was like, how much longer can I describe closets in a way that does not reveal exactly what they are, but also makes sense if you go back and listen to it? But
That was just wow. I just thought that was way too funny for me to interrupt it. And then I thought like, wow, I wanted to do with sound effects. I didn't want to have to go like,
no,
what's going on? No,
No, I figured about just like falling back in my chair, but the floor here is like,
it's concrete.
yeah. So I was
It's
like,
not
I don't really
carpet.
want to do that. This is a bar
Plus,
stool.
we're,
It's
yeah,
a
we're not
fall.
sitting on chairs. We're sitting on things that are what is it, like 4 feet in the air?
Yeah.
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 That's not fun. That's not a good fall.
So I was like, not worth it. But no, I was going for it. It was like, you put things into things, and then you only go in that thing to get the other thing that you put in that thing. But
I'll tell you the kind of things we're in.
See,
I
that
know. I was like, this is starting to sound slightly salacious, but I'm trying to like keep it.
And I started going. I was like, what?
Yeah.
We're still talking about houses, right? Because that's inappropriate.
Yeah. But then like you got really quiet and you were staring at me and I was like, okay, wait, so this is wait, does he not know what I'm doing? I'm trying to set up the interruption.
See, I totally thought that's what you were going for, but then I was like,
You were like, I just gotta see
know.
this. I cut his brake lines and I'm gonna see what happens.
is it gonna be a horrible wreck, or is he just gonna find a way to just nicely find flat ground? And
just find a smooth halt.
Yes.
But then your what at the end of it was on point. Like a good well timed and well voiced
totally
what is
just. I was so confused. That was so genuine. That wasn't some sort of faked, like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do here. It was more just like, what is going on? How did you just come up with that? Because we didn't plan to say, like, okay, we're gonna start this off. Okay, listen up here. We're gonna start off. It's gonna be closet, but we're not gonna call it a closet. We're going to call it a room inside of rooms where you put things in and out of. And then, I'm going to interrupt you with sound effects from my mouth.
Well, I figured it was gonna be like a digital sound effect, but then I didn't know like how do I
should
react
go like,
to
whoa,
a digital?
what's going on here?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Well, because I was gonna be like slamming on the counter and throwing things and be like, whoa, what's happening? There's a big crash and stuff. But
Whoa! Whoa! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was we maybe should have planned it out a little bit better than that. I feel like we were on a good roll, and then we had to leave for a second and then come right back, and then we kind of lost all that momentum we were gaining, but that's okay.
No, it's all good. Although
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It was an experience.
I hope people think that I'm an okay impressionist after that.
Yeah.
Or hopefully I made a good impression on them.
There you go.
I thought it was just going to be quiet.
No,
and then I'd have to like bounce back.
I didn't know it was happening at first. So I was like, oh, this is happening. So I was like, let's go along with it.
Okay.
But no, it's still on the subject of effort.
Yes.
Something we did put quite a bit of effort, took more effort than was originally anticipated, was Friends.
Yes!
Yay!
I hope that name's okay. I was going to text you like, what should I name it? Then I was like, you know what? Friends! !
No.
Classic name.
I like it. Yeah.
No credits or anything either. That's, you don't put credits in a short film. Who does that?
Yeah.
Crazy talk.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a video I wrote about a year ago. Just to get my feet wet.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll probably do something with this at some point.
Yeah.
And then we didn't shoot it until about 2 months ago.
Yeah, it was I think it was just early June.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either early June or late May. No, because I had already graduated by that point, so it would have been early June. And when we filmed it, it was, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Right after that, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy a bunch of camera equipment because we're going to keep doing this.
I know, I thought we were going to keep going.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought we had this momentum going. And then, we just never really came up with anything else. And I want to make more stuff. It's just hard to find time for everyone.
Yeah.
And then also, it's kind of hard to like build up that courage. Like, hey, can you film a movie with me? Because you don't know who's all gonna be into it. You know.
Totally. Yeah, and it's hard to.
You wouldn't think it'd be hard, but it is.
Sitting down and actually doing it. Like, I don't have as big a trouble doing organizing people.
Yeah.
But when it comes to getting myself to do something on my own, then I'm like, oh, I gotta go write, or I gotta go edit. I'm like, I'm not as good at that part. Although I had a lot of fun shooting it. Yeah. I think you did most of the editing.
Oh my gosh, it was so... Yeah, I think I edited the whole thing. And it was a really tricky thing to edit, too, because I had this, like, sort of vision for each scene going on,
Mm-hmm.
and we did a lot of things really right, but there were a couple things that we didn't do as right. We could have done better. And those sort of things, I just know that we can improve upon them the next time we film. Yeah. Which is something that I'm excited to... that's why I got really excited to do it, because I was like, oh wow, I've learned so much from this one short film. Because I knew a lot about editing. I knew how to edit. I knew how to do like basic color correction. And it took forever to do a couple of those things. Like a lot of the color correction, there was a couple of times where things were just way too bright or way too dark or whatever. And then after messing around with it a little bit, I could get it to look pretty good. But then it was just scene transitions that made it. That's what a lot of the process was delayed, was because of either audio problems. Because I don't know, towards that very last scene where the whole freak out happens, you can hear that rap music playing, and there was no way I could get that out. Yeah, because there was these people. We were filming. I guess, I mean, it's kind of our fault for filming at an actual Walgreens, but when we did, the people who were in the parking lot there rolled down their windows as we were filming, blasted their music, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you have to do that right here? You clearly see that we're doing something. Why does your music have to be a part of it?
Yeah, and then we were on a school campus at one point, and we're like, we were trying to film before the light changed, which it ended up doing inevitably, but then the reason that like the lighting was so difficult was because we kept trying to dodge air conditioners, and then we'd find a good spot, and then the air conditioner would kick on.
Oh
and be
my
like,
gosh,
oh
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
because we got away from one AC unit, which was just awesome. It was like, oh yes, we did this, and then all of a sudden, as soon as we hit play, and then all of a sudden it's just. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But it was a lot of fun, and especially that the one. The one freak out that was
oh my god,
that was good. And the one
I have to say, Sam, oh my god, you are amazingly angry.
No,
I
it was
can't
so good.
believe, like, the entire time you did gradually get more angry at the whole ruse, and it's so funny.
He did a great job with the acting, and I was glad he was on board. I knew he would be. I knew he would be interested, because he likes to do stuff like that, and we're hoping to get to collaborate more on him with collaborate with him more on.
I want to do it with him. I want him to come on the podcast. I just want him to scream into the microphone.
Yeah. We'll just have an hour of him screaming. By the end of it, he'll be coughing up blood, and that's just what we'll be listening to.
Yeah, no, we'll start filming it at that point.
Yeah.
Another new blood show.
But
it's for vampires only.
Yeah. So don't watch unless you're a vampire.
Yeah. No, watch the video. Don't watch the short film. Just don't watch the next coming podcast that we're gonna say VO vampires only.
Yeah. Well, so we'll have him on sometime soon. Hopefully
definitely.
we'll be working on some more videos, maybe just a few quick ones, because we're starting to run out of free time. But
exactly.
We might see him around more, and he did a great job. It was really fun to watch him, just not like in person and on the video. It was great, but it was it was a fun experience.
Yeah, it was really great.
I think it turned out well, and I'm happy that it turned out better than I expected, honestly.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I thought that there were times when I was sitting there watching everybody film, and I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be rough. And it turned out to be it was a lot better than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, in large part to you and your computer wizardry. But where can people watch it now?
Oh yeah, well I know we've been talking about it for how many podcasts now, and I can finally say it's up, and it's on my personal YouTube channel, Joe Mama Giles. It's youtube.com/a bunch of weird letters and numbers and stuff, because I haven't reached 100 subscribers there yet. That's when you get your own personalized URL.
Cool, I didn't know that.
Fun fact. But anyway,
you're getting close.
I'm there. I'm at 88, I believe.
Oh, okay. So you've gone up
there.
a few. Last I checked, it was 83.
Yeah, it was at 83. I think it's now 85 or 88, 86, something like that. It's more than 83. And yeah, I've got that there. There'll be a link in the description below. It's or you can just go to your search bar, search Joe Mama Giles. It'll be the very next video or first video up there for current whatever. And then that's where it is. Go ahead, give it a like. Subscribe to my personal if you haven't checked that out already, because there's some good content on there. And Brendan, you got to do some videos on that one too, like on that channel, on my personal channel. We got to do some fun like challenge sort of stuff, because that's more what I do on that channel.
Yeah, that's kind of your thing.
Yeah, my thing is sort of either challenge videos. I try to do some skits, but they just haven't turned out as well. But there's some stuff on there that's really funny.
Okay, I've seen a few. I think I saw your ghost. Did you do ghost pepper? Or was it just like a?
We did 2 ghost pepper challenge videos.
Okay.
Both for pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
One was a lot more sad than the other. Well, because there's one where we got my friend Will, and we recorded him just eating a ghost pepper, because I bought them. I was at Food Max, and I was just kind of shopping around. I was like, what?
These are real.
They're right here.
I've seen a ghost.
Whoa! Spook 'em. Zoinks! Like Scoob. But no, I found ghost peppers, and I was like, I thought I had a special order, or go to some like weird like Asian market on the other side of town, something crazy like that. I looked for them all over San Francisco, and then the day I come back from San Francisco over the last summer, find ghost peppers here at Food Max. Like, what?
That's great.
How does that work?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so we had Will alone eat one, and that was very painful to watch, but also really funny because you really get to see a personalized like what. Because a lot of those other videos on YouTube where it's people with ghost peppers, they kind of overact, but he literally just sat there and did his own thing. And was just a real person and suffered for probably it was about 15 minutes of pure suffering.
I feel like it's like an art house documentary kind of thing.
It kind of is because I mean, like you see all these videos on YouTube of people doing the ghost pepper and they like throw it up instantly, or they're just like, you know, you're not really like that. It's more just like, ugh.
Yeah, just waves of pain.
Yeah, because they'll like start there and then they'll be like, oh, and you kind of, each sound effect, you kind of know what's going on. And then in the second video, those ghost peppers I got for a friend of mine for his birthday. Those were his present because he loves spicy food. And then a bunch of other people wanted to get a part of it. And I couldn't do it because I had some problems with blood pressure, and I was kind of scared that I would freak out a little too much, maybe have a heart attack or something crazy like that. It's all good now. I could probably try it, but everybody, there was about what, like 8 people, because we had there was a bunch of people around a table, and I only had my iPhone 5 at that point, and I put it on my grandpa's old Vietnam tripod, and then I hit record, and we kind of just sat there. We had a bunch of people. It was the first audience I've ever had for a YouTube video of mine, which was kind of cool. But yeah, there was literally like a circle of people watching with the camera pointing at the table, and everyone's freaking out. There's some really, really, really funny scenes in there. All my videos just have parts that are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because you've mentioned that to me before, like saying, hey, BB, you got to come over and do some challenges with me. And I was like, ooh, that's scary.
Yeah. So,
because like I see some of the challenge videos, and I'm like, looks not like fun.
Well, I don't know if you saw the Bean Boozled video either, but oh my god, those things taste so bad.
Wait, I don't know.
Have you never had the Bean Boozled?
I don't know if I know what that is.
Okay, we're gonna do a Bean Boozled part 2. You and me, buddy.
Oh no.
Just us.
Okay.
We're gonna do the Bean Boozled challenge, and we're gonna sit on the couch, and we're gonna try not to throw up. Also, another thing that would be really fun to do with you is a whisper challenge. Because I don't know. Do you know what the whisper challenge is?
Is that the one where you put the headphones on?
Yeah, you put headphones on
yes.
and you read mouths and you try to do that. Because I feel like the more creative the person is, the weirder the things that they think the other person is saying. Mm-hmm. So I think that would definitely be something. You're a very creative mind. I feel like we could get some good content out of that. You're welcome.
No, you're right. No, that would be fun. That one doesn't sound as scary because I would.
Well,
doesn't
the Bean
involve
Boozled
any
thing.
pain.
So basically, the Bean Boozled thing is there are real jelly beans, and then there are these jelly beans that are just like some of the flavors. So you'll get like your fruity, tutti, or whatever. I think tutti frutti is like a flavor of jelly bean. It's that like yellow with the spots. Then the other yellow with the spots, vomit. And it tastes like vomit.
That's pretty awful.
Yeah, and then there's another one. It's like, one's black licorice, and then the other one is skunk spray. They're all awful, but it's really fun because what happens is you have this little spinner.
I feel like with the black licorice and the skunk spray, there's
can't
no
win.
win.
There's no winning there. That's exactly. I hate both, so it's just like,
yeah.
I hope it's one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's not like a poop one, is there?
No, I don't think so. There's booger, but it doesn't taste like boogers. I don't know. Maybe
I don't
it
know
does.
what boogers taste like. I don't know what poop tastes like either, but that's one where, like, I wouldn't know if it was accurate, but I don't want to know. I don't want to eat something that's labeled poop and is not something I'm going to recognize.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think I'd be down.
It's fun.
Only thing is, though, there's
lawn clippings is one of them. You wouldn't think you would be like, yeah, that's definitely what I know what lawn clippings taste like. And then you eat the jelly bean, and you're like, wow, that's exactly what I thought.
Tastes like grass.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. That one's not as bad. There are some that are really bad. Eggs, rotten eggs. That's my least favorite one. That one's pretty bad.
That's basically a fart.
Yeah, because that one's buttered popcorn or rotten egg. And I love buttered popcorn.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm one of the rare people that likes the buttered popcorn jelly bean.
I feel
like me and my sister love them.
That.
We'll literally just like
That's crazy.
buy bags of the buttered popcorn.
That one I say is worse than the black licorice.
Really?
I can't stand the popcorn ones. No.
It just tastes like popcorn though. Is the thing.
It doesn't quite. I don't know. There's like it's like popcorn, but then like a ton of sugar.
Yeah, it's like sugar butter.
Something else. Yeah, I don't know.
I love it. I don't.
Well,
you know what? The thing I love about people when they don't like food is just that means there's more of that food for me.
I know, that's props to you, dude. If that's what you want, go for it. Yeah. No, that one I will say though that I am vomit 3 since 07. So nice. I'm on 10 years now. I
vomited. So I have a couple of vomit stories.
Oh boy.
I really didn't vomit often as a kid. I think I maybe 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. And then I think it was last year, 2 years ago. So I was probably 15. I was probably 16. So 16. So 2 years ago. I don't know. I was just hanging out at a friend's house, and then I started feeling kind of sick, and I was like, I gotta go home. It's just not fun to hang out right now. So then I just started to leave. I gave her a goodbye, and I started walking out the door. And then I'm like, and I started knocking on the door. And then I just threw up straight into their planter.
Well, at least I don't know if that's better than on the ground. Because, like, that's harder to clean, but it's also not as much of a mess.
I thought I was like, I should have just gone, like, right on the concrete. But I went into, like, their bark. And then they didn't answer the door first. So then I just do this sad, just like...
Oh, defeated.
Yeah. And then they open the door. And I'm like, hey, I'm really not feeling good. I don't think I can drive home. Also, I just threw up in your planter. All this bark. And then her mom was really cool about it. She's like, oh, that's okay. Just sit down. She started spraying it with a hose. And they have new bark now. The second time, I was like, you know what? I think I can eat a whole chili pepper twice. I can eat like 5 whole chili peppers. So I ate 1 chili pepper and I was
just
like...
raw? Just straight chili pepper?
Not a ghost pepper, but I was like, I can do this. So I went back to Food Max.
Were you hungry or were you just like, I'm going to
test my
limits?
No, I was like, you know what? You know, I bought these from Food Max and they're about to go bad. So I ate 1. And I was like, I need another. I can eat another. I ate 2 more and I was like... So I just ran outside.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I don't know why I don't go straight to the toilet, but I was like walking around. I was like, wow, I really feel like I have to throw up. And then I just...
Oh, man.
Right on our kiwi plant.
You have a kiwi plant?
Yeah, that whole bush outside, all those like vines and stuff, that's just a kiwi bush.
Do kiwis grow on it?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do they get up and walk around and lay eggs and stuff?
Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah. Those were the 2 times I threw up.
The 2 times. That sounds
recently
unpleasant. Well, I remember the most impressive one that I was there to experience was you were doing a musical, and you were doing a song, right?
Yes.
And for one of your parts, you had to get up like
at
the front of the stage while you were singing, and you were like kind of leaning out over the audience and throwing flyers or something.
Yeah,
and then
so that was Cinderella. I was Lionel, the steward guy, like telling everyone the prince is giving a ball.
Yeah, but then you stopped, and everybody was like, "Crap, he forgot." But then, at least that's what I thought. And then, later on, you explained it, and what happened?
So basically, I got out there, and I was all super, super nervous for one, because I had the flu the whole week before, and the week before a show is the worst week, because that's Tech Week right there.
Yeah.
And that's the one where you're literally running the show nonstop. Right out you get out of school, and then you're running the show until 9:00. So that's about 5 hours extra. No, 6 hours, really, of you just running the show. So you think you got it at that point, but you're also super worn down. I had the flu, and I go out. I'm like, okay, I got this. So I just started stomping out on stage, doing all my lines, like, gangway, coming through. This is a guy who needs to stand on a box. I stand on my box, and then I hear the music going on. I'm like, wow, I've never sang in front of anyone before. This is the first time. And then I just started singing, and then all of a sudden it was like... So I stopped for a second. I just cut it, and then everyone, I could kind of feel all of a sudden it was like everyone thinks I forgot the words, and then I got back into the groove. I just let it go, and I just kept going. The show must go on, and then everyone was like, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." I didn't even remember it, and then I was like, "Yeah, I was about to throw up on the first row."
It looked like it's so much better that you stopped and just didn't.
I know, because I was talking to one of our directors afterwards, and she was like, "What happened there? Are you okay?" And I was like, so here's the thing. I could have continued singing, or we could have had a brief intermission and a lot of audience members with puke all over them.
Yeah.
And then she was like, Good call.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that.
No, the show must go on. We wouldn't have had an intermission.
No.
Just let them
sit
wallow.
there just throwing up on each other. It just goes back. Everyone's covered in puke. Great first show, everyone.
Yeah, really.
Opening night's good. You're killing it.
No, I did not realize that was the first time you were singing in front of it.
No,
well, I kind of I guess in front of it, because you were singing in front of your cast members.
Yeah, I sang in front of the cast members who I'd gotten pretty comfortable with at that point.
But that's different because they're singing with you.
Yeah, it's like, everyone, and plus it's like everyone there is singing, so they understand what goes into like singing and everything, and they were there rooting me on because they knew the whole backstory. But everyone out there, it's like, this is some lead in the musical. He should know how to sing, right? Yeah. And I had no idea how to sing. I never sung before. That was what, like 15, 16 at that time? First time singing ever. And then I got freaking lead, which I didn't mean to do. Because I tried out and I was like, you know what? I like impressions. I like doing voice acting. So I'm going to do a Sinatra impression. And I'm going to sing Under My Skin. Because that was the opening song to Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh my god.
And early August, I think, that video game came out. And I just had so fond memories of that video game. I was like, I'll try to do Sinatra. So I sang the song for my directors. And holy cow, they were like, well, why didn't you...
Where have you been all this time?
Exactly. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could sing. Still can't. But I can do Sinatra sometimes.
Well, I don't know. That didn't sound like you can't sing because you nailed Sinatra.
I didn't nail Sinatra, okay? I sounded like a boy trying to be Sinatra.
Okay.
So it was there. It was like, you knew who I was trying to be, but it was not deep at all.
Well, you got that song, and then you landed the part in the musical.
Well, the way I landed the part was because freaking... Okay, both parts I've had in the musical twice now. I guess not now, it's over, but twice. The two roles I got were just because no one else could do voices.
Oh, okay.
Because literally it was like, we were reading through all the scripts and stuff, because you have scenes to do, you read through and everything. They had me read through as the prince, and I was like, I don't know how to be a prince. Plus, Prince is going to need to sing a lot. Plus, there's a senior above me, and I'm a junior, so there's no way I'm going to be the prince. And then I kept going, and then I found this one character that was kind of like a sassy butler. And I immediately just thought of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and that butler, because I love him.
He was good.
So I basically just did his voice, and then I got the part. It was like, as soon as I did it, they were like, they didn't call anyone else up to be this character. They were just like, that's him.
That's great.
Then, when I was Evelyn in Anything Goes, that was just because they called me up. I wanted to be Moonface, the gangster, because I had this whole voice, I was ready to go. I was like, yeah, you know what, you and me, kid, we're gonna go far. That's what we're gonna do. And then they were like, no, we want a really deep kind of, we want a big gangster like this. You know what I'm talking about. You got to be the Godfather, that sort of thing. And I could kind of do that voice, but I couldn't do that as much singing. I was like, how am I gonna do this? And then they were like, hey, tall white boy, do an English accent. And I was like, what? But I want to be the gangster.
Yeah.
So I started doing it. I was like, oh, hello, what's going on here? Oh, my goodness, this is just ravishing. Oh. And then they were like, oh, well, he can do it.
Yeah.
Like, that was a cheesy version of my voice, but it was literally just, I could do an English accent. No one else could. Yeah. I win.
Okay, well that's cool. I unfortunately missed that one. I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I have it on video if you really want to see it.
Oh, you got the DVD?
Okay, there's one part. Okay, there's a couple of parts, and they're really, really funny. So it is actually worth the watch. I got to be in my underwear on stage in high school. That sounds pretty
entertaining.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, that sounds cool.
It's a good show. Probably a good show.
Well, I was gonna add on to that because you had the Frank Sinatra audition.
Yeah.
Then you had the musicals.
The other audition I did, I sang Everybody, not Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. I did Cruella de Vil because I was that's almost Sinatra, and I don't want to do another Sinatra song. So I was like, Cruella de Vil. It's easy. It's like what, 3 notes total the entire song. Really. I was like, that's safe. I'm gonna coast, and I did.
Nice. Well, the third thing I was going to mention is that you, and this is something that Caleb mentioned in the one he was on. I think that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Gotta keep track. But he forgot to mention your a cappella group.
Oh, yeah. Pickup 6.
Pickup 6.
Yes. At this point, I don't know if it's really... It's an a cappella group we had in high school. Okay, so but I don't think we're really going to ever do anything like that again. Maybe one day we'll try and maybe do another song. Okay. But basically, it was another thing junior year. So after Cinderella and everything, I was like, I've got new friends. I hang out with these people. They're very fun people. They're stage people. They're weird. I like them. And then they did a performance for our band teacher, who wanted an a cappella arrangement of a pentatonic song. And they did that, and it's that White Winter
Winter
where
hymnal.
people that one.
That's
and
not. I mean,
they do,
Pentatonics did sing that, but I don't think
it's not their
song.
song.
Okay, yeah.
It's a lot of pentatonic songs aren't pentatonics songs. It's just their arrangement of them.
Okay.
So they did pentatonics arrangement of White Winter Hymnal.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm so jealous. I want to do this too. I don't know how to sing though. Because I'm not, I know how to sing, okay? Everyone knows how it's done. You just kind of open your vocal cords and you hit notes.
Yeah.
But, I didn't...
You've not had training?
No training. It was more just I'm not consistent when it comes to singing. I can sing, simple songs and stuff like that, but I'm nowhere near as talented or on the level as anyone else in that group. So I was like, hey, guys, but you know what I can do? I can beatbox. And they were like, prove it. So I was like... Is that good? And they were like, it's a beat. No, I didn't know how to beatbox at all. I totally just was like, it was basically the way in my mind or the way it played out in my mind was I was the guy that got caught stealing money from the mob. And the mob boss had a gun in my head. And I just had to sit there and plea no, don't kill me. Here. You know what I can do? I can just beatbox. That's what I'll do. Yeah. I'll beatbox, and we'll be the best, the boppinest mob ever.
Okay.
So that's what it kind of felt like. And then they were like, okay, so we'll do The Evolution of Music by Pentatonics. And I was like, oh, okay, I know that song. I can do the... that whole thing, because that's all I remembered from the song. I started listening to it, and I was like, wow. That's going to be tricky. Yeah. And I didn't know how to make any different sounds, because now I know for percussion, there's basically what you do is you can make a P sound, and then it's PF. So you just go, and that makes a snare. Okay. So that sort of thing. I learned all of that about a year into doing beatboxing now. But that's how I became a part of Pickup 6, was just straight up BSing my way into there. Totally. And then...
But then you were the one who made it Pickup 6 then, right? Because otherwise it would have been Pickup 5.
I was 6. Yeah, I wasn't originally one of the members. It would have been 5 or whatever they would have called it. But I liked the idea of us being called Afraid of 7 because there were 6 of us. And for some reason, I don't know exactly what was going on in our heads, but it's it has to correlate to the number of people in the group. Because that's just how it works, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. The Jackson 5, whatever.
But I really wanted us to be Afraid of 7. I wanted us first in most, the only name I would stand for probably the first 2 minutes of us trying to brainstorm, which was a really long time. Yeah. Because it didn't take us long to get to our Pickup 6 idea. But I wanted us to be called the 6 Offenders. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I can understand why that didn't fly. But yeah. And
that would have been good though. Yeah. You save that for another project down the line.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But that's all really that matters, I guess, about Pickup 6. We did a couple of other a cappella songs after that, and I think we got paid once to sing. Okay. Twice to sing.
Because I saw a few of your performances. I think I did see the Evolution.
Yes, that was cool.
I missed the hymnal, but I got to see a recording of it, and that one I heard. I've heard a lot of different versions of it now. I don't remember which one was the first one I heard, but that is now I think top 3 favorite Christmas songs.
Oh really?
I love that song. Ah. It's freaking best. And so I was gonna pay. I was willing to pay money to get an MP3 or audio recording of you guys performing that. And I don't know.
Honestly, we could make that happen. We could probably do an MP3 recording of it. I wouldn't need to do it because I don't do anything in that song.
Oh, you don't?
We did another performance where we were Pickup 6 at one of the members' church, and they wanted to do White Winter Hymnal because it was Christmas time.
It's not really a Christian song. It's a Christmas song.
No, I mean it was more. We were just doing Christmas music. We did another one was Mary Did You Know, which was really cool. Okay, because we did Pentatonics arrangement of Mary Did You Know, and it was really fun, and it was probably my favorite beatboxing song we've done. No, actually, Daft Punk. That was my favorite. We did Daft Punk.
I didn't see that one.
I will show you. Cool. I will link. Okay, Pickup 6 doing Daft Punk. Link in the description. It's freaking awesome and cool, and we had black lights, and it was a whole freaking performance.
Did you have wait? Was it just black lights, or did you have like a light?
We had whole light. We literally, so we came in, and it was for the talent show, and we were like, wow, we want to do a really cool thing because this is the.
I'm sorry.
Dang it, Brendan!
Usually it's my phone. I made sure to silence it for this time, but a hammer is on that shelf. It just fell.
Don't worry about it. That one was really cool because we went and I wanted to do more than just a regular performance because everyone for school talent show was like, oh, I'll do my guitar, I sing in the microphone, the ladies love me, I don't know why that's my go-to voice today, but
I don't know if it's like Eastern European or Italian.
It's kind of just Bolby from Jimmy Neutron.
Clap, clap, clap. Slap, slap, slap.
All right. But
he's gonna be our next
next
endorsing
sponsor. Yeah. Bolby Strognovsky.
Yeah.
But we went to our light coordinator, Jeff, that's his name, and we were like, hey, is there any way we could actually plan out a light show? And what he did is we kind of came up with ideas. He kind of just messed around. We just performed it. We came in a week before the talent show, and we just sat there for about an hour and a half, just running through the song, and then he got all of us spot marked on the stage so we knew exactly where to stand, and he had spotlights going, he had colored lights going and everything, and he kind of just came up with a routine, and then
So he was into it too.
No, he was super into it. He was like super excited. He was like, wow, I want to do this.
That's really cool.
So he set up he had like this piece of paper, we had the lyric sheet, and on the lyric sheet he just put the codes and everything for what he needed to plug in for the lights. So when it was really cool too, because we first came out, and as we walked out, the lights dimmed in the auditorium, and then it just went black, and then all of a sudden, there's just
awesome.
The spotlights on the. We were in groups of 2, so there were 3 spotlights going down. It was so cool.
Sounds really cool.
It was an awesome performance. That one was super cool.
You weren't in your regular though, like arrangement.
No, because usually our arrangement is just sort of like we stand in a
Well, there's like 2 in the back.
It's sort of
2
like
in the
2
front
in the back,
chairs,
yeah.
and then you and Caleb are on either side. Is it?
No,
right?
Caleb and I are usually in the front, and then there's the back row around. And then we tried a different way. We did more of a circular formation once, and that wasn't quite as. I don't know. We've tried it a bunch of different ways, but usually what happens is it's the 2 of us, Caleb and I, in chairs, the other 4 standing, in kind of a circle. That way they can hear everyone. But
okay.
Yeah, that was a really cool performance, and we did totally shake it up. We were really far apart, so it doesn't sound as great when we sit in a circle in like a room where we can all hear each other. It sounds so cool. We had a recording of it one time just because we wanted to be able to kind of hear what we sounded like, and it literally sounded like Pentatonix's version. It was spot on.
That's really cool.
It was like really cool.
Yeah, I know a few. Like Caleb obviously does his music. But then there were a few other members of your group that did wrote their own music. Am I wrong? Or?
Yeah. One of our members, Claire, she has a YouTube channel on here. Claire,
okay, I forgot. Yeah.
She likes to write music too. She has a couple of songs on her YouTube channel. Actually, I'll link it down below. But she's incredibly talented. She has an amazing voice. She for our video production class, she did the craziest thing. She wrote out a 20-minute musical.
Whoa!
Yeah, I will link that below if you enjoy musicals and you enjoy a good performance and a good edited video.
Well, all the stuff that came out of that class was always entertaining.
Gosh. Last year's video production class was amazing. I can even link last year's video production class down in the video. There's a whole playlist of everyone's finals, and each video was awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Okay, there are a couple of people that didn't really try, but the people who did try, they made some really great videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, because I was wondering. I mean, you said it's kind of over now, and everybody's kind of heading their separate ways too. But I always thought that like you guys were a pretty cohesive group, and we're doing stuff around. And I knew you were, but I thought you were. It seems like you were doing it more just for fun than you were just to like as a project. But
it was more just. It wasn't really like something we were all dying to do. It was more just like something that ended up.
That kind of is probably how it should be, but. I don't know. I thought that you had something there. It was pretty entertaining.
No, I know. It's just it's gonna be really hard. It would be really hard to get all of that to continue going forever. Because I mean, everybody's going to different places. We got people going. We got people in Northern California. We got me going down to L.A. later. We got people Middle California. We're gonna be so far apart. It would be so middle. It's like
no, but yeah, no,
it's all about California's a huge state. We're all in different spots.
I saw a thing like it was one of those things where it's like you can drag this state or country somewhere and see how big it is somewhere else on the world because maps distort or whatever.
Yeah.
And it pointed out that the UK or the island of Great Britain is about the same size north-south as California.
That's crazy.
So I mean, that's a country.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the United States is a fairly exceptionally large country.
Well, yeah.
But the UK is not small. No. You know, in terms of nations. So for the state to be like that, I've noticed that. I volunteer.
I mean, what like Texas is Texas is huge. It could literally.
It's bigger than
like
California. Yeah. But it's not as big as Alaska.
That's true. Oh, that's true. Alaska
I always forget that, right?
Yeah, because Alaska on maps is just kind of like pinched in the corner there. So I think like Antarctica is huge, but you only get to see like the.
That's what
Actually, how big is Antarctica?
We're going off topic a little bit because or at least we're changing topics because I'd always been taught that Antarctica was the biggest, but I'm starting to question that now because the traditional layout of a map, the one that you would see on like Google Maps or some other navigation thing, the closer you get to the poles, the bigger the land looks, and the closer you are to the equator, the smaller it is. So Antarctica looks enormous because it's the South Pole. Yeah, but I've heard that if you look at it in terms of a place other than or on a more to-scale map, then it's not actually that big.
Oh, really?
And then also if you take away all the ice, it's actually just a bunch of islands.
Well, yeah. Oh, whoa.
They're big islands, but it's not contiguous the way most continents are. I did air quotes there since you can't see.
These are continents.
Yeah. Plus, naming continents is really difficult because like what's a continent, what's not. Yeah. I prefer like there's America and Afro-Eurasia and everything else is just an island. But it's like that's kind of how I
guess Africa. Well, it's kind of like decided upon like plate boundaries, but even then, like Europe and Asia are kind of the same area. Like I mean, they're not all like there's plenty of different plates, but it's like they're connected. Yeah. Like Africa can move fairly separately and independently. India is more of a continent than Europe and Asia.
Right. India's connected to Australia.
India freaking moves like all the time. It's crazy.
Well, that's what causes the Himalayas, right?
Yeah.
Is that it's smashing.
It's literally like there was water in between Asia and India, and then they mashed together eventually, and now we've got freaking Everest in there. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying about before we started talking about geography?
Yeah. What was I saying?
Well, we were talking about how you said it like Pickup 6 was like a special thing, and then people are all over California, so it's hard to continue that thing.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about how big California is because I was gonna say that when I go to Washington D.C., which I've been doing every year for the past 3 or 4 years. Oh, really? Cool. I volunteer there for an event that I won't talk about right now, but maybe I'll talk about in the future. Gotcha. Yeah. So I volunteer there, and there's a lot of people from all over the country that volunteer there as well. So it's really my favorite part about it is getting to hear all the different accents in the same place.
That's cool.
It's really cool. But then you like about half of the people there are from California because it's so populous. So sometimes I'll be talking to somebody and they'll be from the East Coast and they'll say, "Oh, where are you from?" I'll be like, "Oh, I'm from California." And they'll be, "Cool." Like that's all they need to know. We're good. But then if they're from California or the West Coast or just somewhere around the area, they'll say, "Where are you from?" I'll be like, "Oh, California." And they'll be like, "Where?" Like get all
near San Francisco.
Yeah, condescending about it. It's like
near San Diego.
I don't know
what
how
are we talking about.
Yeah. So and like it's kind of warranted because it is so big. Like when you say just California, it's pretty vague. You don't really get that much of an idea.
Like even if you say
your history is,
but if it's like what constitutes like Northern California to pretty much anyone else who lives in California, means like Sacramento. That's if people even know where Sacramento is. That's the top of California, even though there's freaking Eureka, like on the border of Oregon. Basically, there's so much left.
I was working I'm a waiter, and I was.
Yes, you are.
I am, but I don't know if everybody else knows that. So if
I think this is the first time we've brought that up.
Okay, I've talked about my work before, but I don't think I've expressly said what I do.
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be weird if I just said I had a table. That was talking to me.
I had a table. I was talking to a table. It was crazy.
Yeah. But anyways, I was talking to this table I had, and they were telling me that they were on vacation here from San Diego.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. What brought you up from San Diego? And they said, we've never been this far north in the state before. We didn't know it was here. And so I was like, oh yeah, it's here. But they really liked the nature and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about hikes before, and so they were interested in it, the national parks and all that jazz. They had a good time, which I was happy. I was happy that people had a good time.
Yeah.
But it's a varied climate, and I think because the school you're going to be going to. Do you mind if we talk about this?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
So it's in LA.
Yes.
And I actually talked to somebody who was back on vacation from that school. We might have her on at some point.
I'd like to have her on.
Yeah,
I have to ask her if she wants to be on, because that'd be cool to have her on.
Yeah. From when I talked to her, she seemed like she's been kind of bored. So
yeah,
so she's probably available. Yeah, but yeah, so we can have her on to talk about that stuff.
Yeah,
but it's LA centric, and so I figured that once you go there and have that experience, and we can talk about what it's like about LA or whatever. I was like, that'll be cool. But then also, LA is a very overrepresented demographic in podcasts.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things. Like as soon as we start talking about it, it's like, well, doesn't every other podcast talk about LA life?
Yeah, everybody else who listens to conversational podcasts has heard this.
I mean, it'll be really interesting to me because I'll be like, wow, and I did this, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
No, and holy cow, there was holy cow.
Yeah, and
dude, Scientology's crazy.
Whoa.
It is though. We gotta talk about that on some other podcast.
There's a conversation that must be had.
I just thought of that,
right.
but
does it have a big presence there?
No, there's just the Church of Scientology.
It's
in the middle of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So I thought of that because it's crazy. It's a crazy religion.
Yeah. Well, no, and I think it's an interesting city, and it's fun to hear about
so much. Part of I think the reason that it's so prevalent in podcasts is because there is so much going on. You've got thousands of mini cities inside LA, basically.
Yeah,
so much culture. There's Koreatown, you've got Chinatown, you've got Santa Monica, you've got Beverly Hills, you've got East LA, you got West LA. You got so much in one spot. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's also just like the home of show business.
Exactly. So. Yeah, there's literally just there's no other place to be if you want to be in the movies.
Really.
LA, because that's where all the movies are.
And so, when people, but it's an interesting culture because it's got kind of people don't like it because it's pretty superficial or it appears fairly superficial. And I think there's some truth to it.
I think there is definitely the superficial aspect of LA. I'm not gonna say it doesn't exist because I guarantee it is there a lot. But there's also it'd be like saying that I don't know, that Alabama is just like a bunch of hicks. Yeah, because that's just there's so much.
I mean, there's different because you're right. There is so much of LA, but LA is one city, whereas Alabama is a whole state.
That's true.
But I think the stereotype, positive or negative, however you want to approach it, is there's some truth to it because otherwise it wouldn't exist.
That's how stereotypes exist. It's because there's truth to it.
It had to come from something, but I also think it's important to recognize people from there as people, and that even though the facade or the culture might be a little superficial, they have the same complexity in their minds as everybody else.
All human.
Yeah. But so I think that's something that's over, because that's what people think of when they think of California a lot, especially when they haven't been to the state.
Yeah, they think of surfer dudes from LA, or at most they're thinking of if they're really wide thinkers, they're thinking of people in San Francisco doing whatever people do in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Alcatraz.
Yeah, and I think you were talking about Sacramento. I think people usually when you say Northern California, they think San Francisco.
Usually it's San Francisco.
The only time people know Sacramento is from 5th grade state capital tests or
That's
something.
True. It's isn't the capital of California in Sacramento?
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was saying there for a second.
Forgot it. No.
What was the joke?
No, totally. But it's and I think those cities are very solidly in the north of the state.
Definitely.
And I think, but I don't know. It's broader than that. But
there's still a lot more north to go than even Sacramento. Like there's.
Chair almost fell over.
Jeez, stop it. Okay. You're losing my hammers. You're losing my chairs. Everything's breaking.
Everything's breaking.
Ah.
No.
Dang it.
But yeah, so that should be interesting to get that different perspective from either side.
Yeah.
Definitely. But. Dude, we had to set a timer up? Because I don't know how long
well, we started filming at, or not filming, it's recording, at about 7:55, and it is now 9 o'clock. So we've got a full podcast now.
Yeah, it sounds like we might be wrapping it up then.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to add before the end of it?
I think I'd just like to remind everybody, yes, there is merch for Another New Voice show. It is in the links down below, the ones that say Teespring. I will make sure it's very boldly put that there is the clickbait shirt and the logo t-shirt. Go ahead, at least just take a look. Tell us what you think. If you'd like to see something else on a t-shirt, we'll make it happen. You want Bob Ross painting the Dixie Cup logo in 8-bit style inside of Microsoft Paint? We can do that. I got that. Yeah, that's there. Thank you so much to Caleb for the fantastic music, as always, Gats and Poot, and to Lydia for the fantastic art. And was there anything you would like to add, Brendan?
It's all good. No, so that I think concludes this episode of Another New Voice show.
Yes.
You're probably watching this on YouTube, but you can find it in a few other places. Go ahead and look. Don't know.
Yeah, they're probably there somewhere. I found out that my personal YouTube channel was there are videos of mine pirated on a Mexican YouTube pirating website. Huh. So they could be on there. And you know that I'm working to put it on SoundCloud. It's more just like I need a day to dedicate uploading stuff to Wi-Fi. Because I don't have Wi-Fi where I'm at. Well, probably. I do, but it's real stinky.
We're gonna find a solution to that, though.
Yeah, we're gonna find a way to get it all on SoundCloud for you guys. If you like listening to your podcast on SoundCloud, like downloading those, it'll all be free, of course. And then I'm actually filling out the application to putting it up on iTunes. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna fill that out. Hopefully, we can upload to iTunes as well, which would be kind of neat.
That would be really
neat. So we
could
be on the podcast network thing. Look official.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, thank you all so much for listening.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Links to everything we talked about in the description. Yes. And if you want to just go straight to the t-shirts, those are on teespring.com, right?
Yes, they are. Teespring, they should be about, I don't know what the link will be. It'll probably be like teespring.com / whatever the slash is on websites. Clickbait. Or, I don't know. Just go ahead, go to the description. That's where everything's gonna be. So just take a look at that, read through it. I'll put some silly joke down there about ducks. And everybody, have a great week. We'll see you next time with more stuff, maybe more voices. We'll bring Rick back. We'll bring Morty. We'll do it all. It's gonna be all for you guys, because that's what we do. I'm shaking my hands down, but you can't see it. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.